Thank you, Senator Looney and Senator Duff. I appreciate the support of the caucus and the leadership of the caucus in trying to move forward another major initiative with regard to energy policy in the state of Connecticut. We did do Take Back Our Grid, and that was in response to what we thought was inadequate performance after Hurricane Isaias, and then we did Senate Bill 7 2 years ago that built on that work. We want to strengthen the regulator and give them more options in terms of holding utilities accountable. And I want to sort of step back and say that a few things have happened in the state over a long period of time. The first, which I sort of feel at this moment in time is one of our original sins, is deregulation. It created a whole different marketplace. I think it was sold to the state as a panacea and something that was going to make it better and cheaper and more available. I think my good colleague Senator Looney was here, and he may have been one of the dissenting voices at that point, because I don't think it's panned out to be quite as good as everybody thought. What we have allowed to happen is individual public utilities which were regulated in one state are now multi-state, and there is no regional regulatory authority to hold the utilities accountable. Their corporate profits continue to grow, even in the face of some bad business decisions that they made where they've had to take write-offs. I don't criticize businesses for their business decisions, but I look at my job here and the job of the leadership of our committee to be fix what you can fix. Some parts of energy policy are very difficult. When we deregulated, we became part of a regional grid operator, and a lot of the decisions around supply of energy were taken out of our hands. They were really based on what the regional grid operator does. And I don't want to get into the inane aspects of energy policy. When Senator Looney asked me, what I was interested in when I first got elected, I had certainly had my share of experiences with Eversource, CLMP before that as first selectman and as a selectman. And my goal was really to help make them a better company, more responsive to municipal CEOs and the customers that they serve. And he said, why don't you chair energy? That'll be easy, you'll enjoy that. Well, it's been an interesting ride, I will say that. And certainly the aspects of accountability and making sure that the performance that the utility provides in exchange for an exclusive monopoly to provide us not only distribution but transmission of electricity, that is something that is very complicated. And as I said, there's been no desire to hurt these companies, but if we have to bring them a little bit around to understanding that the way it was for the prior 20 years is not the way it's going to be, I think we found a willing partnership with our regulators, and it's been pretty much war ever since then. I'm not excited about that, but I'm here to fight the battle for the ratepayers. That's why this bill is being titled Ratepayers First. We want to make sure that we provide the most reliable, best price energy to the state of Connecticut. We do have environmental goals. We want to make sure the air quality is good. We want to make sure that when power plants are located, they're not impacting people in a negative way. We know we have high rates of asthma and other respiratory problems in city areas where many power plants have been located. So we're looking to make sure that those environmental goals, the critical ones, are dealt with. And of course, we're all concerned. I am a Democrat. I am deeply, deeply concerned about climate change. I have been the more skeptical person about what you can do one state at a time, because I think we need national leadership. And with leadership changing in Washington, I think a lot of our discussions are going to go by the wayside next week. But we still have to do our part. So A lot of how we built our energy rates is based on this deregulated model, and we're trying to fix it in any way we can, control what we can control, which are the parts that are not deregulated, and we expect from our partners in the utilities a response that is reasonable and not aggressive. That the amount of lobbying, the amount of money spent to influence everybody involved in this process is astounding to me. So I think that I have a great partner in my co-chair, Representative Steinberg. We have a great leadership team. This year, this bill is an open book. There are no specific things that we're going to talk about at this moment. We're going to listen to all the bills that are coming in, and they're coming in at a rate much higher and faster than the Energy Committee has ever seen. Many of them are duplicative, but we're going to listen to ideas from across the spectrum. That's Republicans and Democrats, that's cities and rural areas, that's everybody that we can hear from, and then decide what belongs in this bill. So with that, I want to say thank you.
No question.